Okay, hello everybody. My name is Spider Pigs, and today we're back with the Roottrees are dead. Get that for us. Let me get that lo-fi off. Hey, wait a minute. I thought I turned off the lo-fi. There we go. Um, okay, so I guess let's take it back a minute. Let's try to remember what we were doing last time. So last time I think we were just going through the book because we didn't fully read it. Homework items. Oh, okay. And we were trying to figure out him. Oh, we did figure out. Nice. We never figured out who the spouses were though. But I guess that isn't too important because they're not blood relatives. I thought we figured out these people, but clearly we didn't. We also didn't figure out Miracle Senior. So let's go through the book. Actually, I did want to check something because it was in this picture, right, where they're talking about Miracle Senior. Where did it? I also didn't think it fair Miracle made it in since he's technically a 5-piece. So yeah, which means one of these is Miracle. I'm assuming that's Miracle. Oh yeah, so this must be, unless that's Miracle. Is that Miracle? And this Miracle Junior. No, that can't be. Wait, which picture was that from? Oh, that's Eli. Hmm. So Eli is this woman's son. It, one of them? No, it can't be because she was somewhere else. So who the fuck is Eli? It must be one of their kids, right? Because that's the only thing that would really make sense. Oh, gee. I'm gonna assume Elias M for Elias Miracle, but then we're gonna put mechanic because he's wearing a mechanic shirt. Oh shit! Let's go. That was purely on speculation. All right. Nice. It was Elias Miracle. Booyah.
It's time for your headlines. Once an hour, every hour. on the 45. It's a bizarre development to an already tragic tale. In the wake of the accident that took his life, some of Carl Roottrees' belongings have apparently gone missing. Most notably, a framed photo of the Rootree family from the mid-1970s that Carl had on his office wall. We interviewed a local psychologist about who would do such a thing and why. For that article, search online for WRTD News. Again, that's WRTD.
Oh, that's interesting. So that means somebody WRTD. Or wait, do I search it? Most recent hour they talked about WRTD News is your local investigative jazz radio station. During their news segment at 45 minutes on the hour, they have been talking about the plane crash. The most recent hour, they also talked about a picture taken from Carl's office after the plane crash and promised an interview online with a psychologist. So that's interesting. That means the photo that we have was stolen. It means that lady might not be representing the family. During the interview, it's revealed that there wasn't a break-in, and said someone with a key to the office took the picture after discovering the pipes burst due to recent storm. This means it was likely someone close to the family who was aware of the photo's history and wanted to save it. The psychologist, however, also goes on to pose it the culprit had an alternative agenda, specifically because nobody in the family had come forward to say they have it in their possession. A comment below the article says, "Don't believe their lies. This is just another instance of the Rootree curse being real. A real true thing. I bet you Carl was murdered and the picture had evidence on it." Oh, I thought we were in possession of the picture. Rootree curse. There's a long rambling conspiracy. Actually, let me go back. I'm gonna highlight this just in case. I'll throw that on there. It's the Rootree curse. There's a long rambly conspiracy website with very small, very red text on a black background that says the Rootrees are cursed. That just screams like 2000s creepypasta site. It has been very recently updated with following. Important update: with Carl and Brenda and their girls, that makes 5 new deaths. Not only that, but 3 of the 5 presidents of the Rootree company have died mysteriously. They say Guy's car was hit by a drunk driver in 1982, but nobody was arrested. Let's see, we don't have a Guy on here. We have Carl. We have we don't have a Guy on here, so we know Guy is one of the managers now, but nobody was arrested. Then Ernie Madsen Jr. stepped down. Was he poisoned? We don't know that name yet. Now just this week, Carl died in a plane crash. This could not be a coincidence. There's another entry that claims if you connect the dots in the pattern of the 5-piece wrapper, it creates a Mayan ruby skull, a secret message meant to subliminally scare people away. The post before that has a... keep this highlighted just in case too. What if it is actually something? The post before that has a link to a site that talks about how Earth has 4 corners simultaneous for the time cubes. The author of the site seems to agree. I have no idea what you could... An entry from a few months ago claims the owner of the site received an email from Chris Raff75 at prodigy.us asking him to take down his website with fake proof that Ernie Madsen Jr. actually had a heart condition and wasn't poisoned. The owner claims that although the proof looks credible, he knows that the proof was fake because he's an expert at creating fake evidence. Which one's Chris? The clans. So we have a Chris somewhere who's an expert at making fake evidence. The first entry from 1996 has a blurry picture of the Roottrees Candy Company factory, seemingly taken by the website's author from behind a fence and through some trees. It seems that Operation RT-29 is real. I witnessed a helicopter land on February 29, 1986. Throw that in there. The website footer says all images and ideas by Thomas Overwood. Are going crazy. Thomas Overwood seems to have a few different sites about the mysterious deaths and curses. In addition to the Roottrees Curse website, we also find one about the truth behind Spirit Cola, which claims Spirit really stands for Satan's Plague is returning in 2000, and that in the year 2000, anyone who has drunk Spirit Cola will die. Another website is Stock Markets and the Devil's Numbers, which claim if you multiply any stock's prices by 666, then also multiply the current year by the same stock price, then add those two numbers together and divide the entire total by the stock price, and finally subtract the current year, you'll always end up with 666. Bruh. Can't believe they made all that. I thought there was a new clue. Just more development. Look at this picture. This is the 5 pieces. This must be Miracle. Eli Jr. I feel like this is Eli Jr. Aunt Gwendolyn. Angie and I both wanted to be in the photos since Miracle was in it, and the three of us were all about the same age. We were told only the 5 pieces, which really didn't go over well, to say the least. Eventually, I suppose to stop the tantrums, they posted us in front of the camera with Mr. Morden, who was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. Mr. Morden. Is that him? Found out years later that they never even took a second photo. So this one's Miracle Jr. then. Or I guess that one's Miracle. Because it's a 5 piece. Let's keep reading. Alright, let's keep reading. An entry entitled Complaints from Lauren Roottrees' Diary, written in 1953. This entry seems to focus specifically on one of Lauren's family members, Gwen, who's in... Oh yeah, I think we read this. Yeah, we did read that. Dynasty. An entry entitled Dynasty from Lauren Roottrees' Diary, written in 1958, focuses on the day her grandfather, Elias, announced he would step down as president of the Roottrees Candy Company, and the meeting to determine his successor. I wish I had been a fly on the wall today. Clancy told me that everyone got quite heated. Granddad was furious none of his sons would take over as president, but that's what he gets for holding on to it for so long. With architects, preachers, and lawyers, nobody's got time for candy. So with the 5 pieces refusing to step up, it came down to us next gens. Pop argued at length that the company should stay with our branch of the family since we still have the Roottrees name. I'm not even sure Clancy would have wanted it, but he's the only one who volunteered. Oh, this one. So he was a lawyer, but then he volunteered. Instead, it ended up going to Zach, even though his surname didn't match the candy. He's the first son of the firstborn five-piece. Wait, he's the firstborn son of the firstborn five-piece. So this is Zach. Let's see. I believe it's gonna be Wilson then, because we already have a Morden over here, don't we? Unless they, for some reason, share a last name. Do we not have a Morden? I'm not sure how that's relevant to running a company, but Granddad always had very particular views when it comes to his bloodline. I asked Clancy if it ever came up that a woman could take over. After all, Angie's older than Zach, and I'm next oldest of all of us, but he just laughed. I'll never forget the cuss words Pop used when he told Ma it wouldn't go to us. Mother, ever the quick-witted, at least with catty remarks, countered maybe they wanted it to go to the only member of the family who looks like he samples the product. Damn, that's crazy. Anyway, I think it's that guy. That's kind of fucked. Grim insisted we include Sam even if... Wait. Sorry, wrong. Go to the next page. Entry entitled Sam from Roottrees in 1963. This Sam left. From previous entry, you learn that Elias Roottrie had given in to his wife and announced that Sam, an obscure relative, wanted to be included in family gatherings. Gwyneth had been pushing to include Sam for quite some time, Lord writes. Why Sam? I have many distant relatives I've never met. After all, Granny had sisters and Granddad had a brother or two, but I was told to trim their branches from the family tree. So why is Sam special? Nothing adds up and I'm the only one to realize. Who the hell is Sam? Wait, who wrote this? Lauren Roottrie? So it couldn't have been anybody under here. It'd have to be somebody like... Probably. Angie summoned all the next gens to a secret meeting in Zach's office. Gwen's in Paris, but the rest of us, including Miracle's boys, spent ages trying to unravel the mystery. I didn't recognize Sam at Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy last year. Patsy. Is Uncle Junior Miracle Junior? I think it's this one. Because it would have to be the uncle. And this is female. We don't know them. This is Clancy. They're not a junior. Also not a junior. They're not a junior. There's something junior. To Patsy. Patricia. We'll go with Jones for now. Why not? Let me see, does that line up with the candy though? E-E-C-M. So G-E, this is something. Oh, it'd be Elias Jr. I'm gonna say he's the blonde one. Just for fun. At the reception, when I asked who Sam was, Pop shushed me and said it was complicated. Clancy swore he saw Sam working alongside the farmhands. EC and John when he used to drive past the old Anderson farm on his way to work. Upon hearing that, Zach checked the records and managed to confirm all three are on the books. Well, Eli, Miracle's youngest, not my brother, even chimed in, right? Eli, youngest. That checks out. We already had them locked. Wait. Not my brother. Like implying that one of her brothers. Because like then she wouldn't have specified Miracle's youngest, not my brother. Even chimed in. Apparently when he was riding his mini bike alongside the farm a few weeks ago, Sam gave him some old tools and taught him how to make the bike's engine faster. None of us think that proper for a multitude of reasons, but Eli certainly seemed thrilled. At the end of the day, nothing explains why an outsider has cozied in a family affairs, especially one who works on the farm of all places. Whatever happened to blood is thicker than syrup? Why is Granddad making an exception now? That makes me think that Eli is Eli's child because Sam is his son because this is the only one that's read it out and has a top secret binder, which tells me that something's like fishy is going on here, like the split up. And it would have to be the same age range because they'd have to be an adult at that point. 15? Holy bejeebus. One of the final entries, called Clark from Lauren Roottrees' diary, was written in 1964. Clark's getting married, and in my opinion, far too young. He's barely 18 for God's sake, and Danielle isn't much older. Who the hell's Clark? Clark. Let's see. Oh, that's Clark. And Danielle isn't much older, but openly confronting them would make me a hypocrite. After all, Jacob and I got married at 16. We got Jacob. So probably Danielle Franks. Dude, I fucked up. We put the other person's here. The other person's name here. What was it? Like LaCroix? LaRoe Diamond. Probably Jane or Kim or something. Clark, like the rest of his generation, is a free spirit. What else can you do? Can you call a group of kids growing up with more money than any one person can spend? They all aspire to be musicians and artists and dancers and all sorts of nonsense, but the only one who has any discipline is Carl. That's because Pop forced Clancy to send him to the academy. Carl is... Oh, so we're gonna have a Clancy Jr. And his son's gonna be named Carl. Okay, interesting little. Maybe I'm just getting old, but our generation was never so bad. My brothers all seemed to pursue paths of knowledge, and the most rebellious thing any of us ever did was bring home someone who would be illegal to marry if we lived anywhere south of Pennsylvania. Pop seems to have gotten over it because Edward is set to take over his department once he retires. Edward. Who the hell's Edward? My name is Edward. We have to start highlighting. As for me, my first published book, Swashbuckle My Heart, is based on the pirate stories I used to invent with Jacob when we were walking the woods after school. I think he'd be proud that Clark and I are carrying on his name. Who the hell is Clark? Even my cousins are doing well. Zach's not a bad president after all, and his sister seems to be doing a good job raising her twins, Gwen and Gwen. Or Gwen is Gwen. Wait, Zach's not a bad president. His sister seems to be doing a good job raising her twins. Oh, we do have a Morden. That's where the Morden was. Remember, a long time ago, we were like, somebody's named Morden. Okay, whatever. Gwen is Gwen, but at least she came out of the divorce with her head high. Even told us she might come home next year so we can meet her kids. But the free spirits, any other kind of family, they'd all end up on the streets, even Clark. Hey. Oh. We got through all that. Wait. Also a large number of cursive signatures, includes Bonnie, next president Guy Hudson. Huh. Or Carl and Eli M. We have Eli. Eli, no, you're Zach. Holmes. Sorry, I'm jumping all over the place now. All right, let's do some research. On my note. Swashbuckle my heart. Really? Oh, it would be a book. What was her name? Lauren? Who is Lauren? What the hell? Clark and I are carrying on his. I'm so confused because Lauren said that she. Did she write it under Clark? By Lauren. Ooh, out of print. Wait, no copy re-release says X marks the spot. It's according to the back of the book. This is The Buried Treasure by Lauren Roottrees from Authors of the Court series. It also says keep an eye out for Lauren Roottrees' next book, Revisiting the Diary 10 years later. Released in 1975. Nice. Fuck yeah. Oh, that was a good rabbit hole to go under. We got a lot of stuff from it. Alright. This is a version of Lauren Roottrees' diary released in 1975. Unlike the original, it contains no pictures but has many new passages that reflect on her thoughts 10 years later. One major event happens between releases that changes Lauren's outlook on certain subjects: the death of Elias. A summary of the fallout has been added to your notes, as well as some other select pages. Oh, it's just added to here? Shoot. Got names and anger. Oh, wait. No, we have a lot more. Right, scandal. The new diary opens with an explosive incident that happened in the decades between the release and re-release of Lauren's diary. Elias Roottrees had died, and during the reading of his will, there was an audible gasp when a certain name was read. Samantha Roottrees. Although Sam and her children were not meant to receive monetary inheritance, they had a stipulation that if she retained the rights to run the farm and any and all decisions related to it. Ooh. Thank you, Samantha Roottrees. It was then that the scandalous secret came out. None of the 5 pieces were surprised, but it was quite a shock to everyone else, including Sam. She had never been told her parents died. Apparently, Sam was the illegitimate daughter of Elias Jr. and Patricia Kristinen. Wait. Oh man, that means I was wrong. Oh wait, no, I was right. Boom. Patricia, the daughter of a local steel mogul, and Elias Jr., harbored a secret romance at age 16. She became pregnant, and after birth, her father refused to let her see Elias Jr. ever again. Her baby Samantha was sent to the Roottrees. Elias hid her away with a local farmhand known as E.C. Patricia was married off to a much older man and sent away. That was the end of that. Almost. None of the next gens have ever met or heard of Patricia until she unexpectedly reappeared, now going by Patsy. After Patsy's husband died, she reunited with Elias Jr. and they finally remarried in their 50s. Lauren mentioned the wedding in her first diary without knowing Patsy's history. Elias Jr. had never taken another lover. Lauren, ever the romantic, quite appreciated this. Oh, that's so sweet. When Patsy and Elias Jr. finally remarried, Elias decided Sam should have been a Rootree in the first place. Even though she was not a part of the clan Sid Trust, he wanted to include her in family affairs. That was what led to Lauren's initial entry entitled Sam. This is a page of additional notes and context from 1975 10-year anniversary release of Lauren's diary. It is a companion piece to the entry about Sam. Clearly, I did not know our true family history when I wrote this. I didn't even know Sam was a Rootree. All of my doubts were ill-founded. She's a fine woman. Had she the chance to grow up with us, Sam might have been the sister figure Gwen never was. Ernie and the kids are lucky to have her, and her children seem eager to help the family in their own way. Ernie Jr. has been learning the day-to-day from Zach. Must be one of her kids. Alright. I don't know who Ernie is. I don't know what Ernie's short for. It has been a long time since any real Rootree was as excited and interested in the actual candy as Ernie. As a bonus, Gwyneth had the green thumb of her mother and her adopted grandfather. What I'm most ashamed of is not figuring it all out myself. Sam's a spitting image of Patsy with her jet black hair and green eyes. Oh! Where's it? Jet black hair and green. Let's see. So you're Patsy. That's what it's telling me. Wait, no, you're not Patsy. Oh. Patsy is your spouse. Silly me. Everyone's sister included Sam, even if we... Oh, yeah. There's Sam. Hi, Sam. Alright, Ernie and the kids are lucky to have her, and she always seems eager to help with the family and her... Ernie Jr. has been laughing, or has been learning the day... Oh, you already read that. She doesn't have the thick glasses Patsy did, of course, but I guess that skips a generation. Oh. Her children have that covered. Okay. Don't have... Yeah, it's 5 people. Glasses. You're the only one with glasses, but you were like confirmed that you're not. Okay, continue on. Hard to explain the look on Pop's face when they read that the farm's operations would be passed to Samantha Rootree for as long as she was willing. I got flashbacks to when Zach was made president. Mother reframed it a bit to calm him down. Sam wouldn't receive any candy money after all, and was essentially inheriting the right to rule over the peasants for eternity. Pop warned us away from that farm for years. I never met EC in person, but Pop once referred to him as a confirmed bachelor, and I suspect that that's why he kept us from there. Sam had to grow up in a house with him and his roommate, Mr. Miller. I'm not sure Sam will ever forgive Uncle Junior or Patsy for abandoning her to that life. If I were her, I might never forgive them either, but even so, she seems to blame more than just the two of them. She has no problem with us next gens, but she has a palpable hatred for the Five Pieces and Elias and Gwyneth. Alright. Clark. This is a page of additional notes and context from 1970. Oh, alright. Reading this back, I get deja vu. As I write this addendum, Clark's gotten married again. No Rootree has ever been remarried. Who's your Clark? I lost Jacob and Gwen divorced Wild Bill just before she had her second. Not even I can blame her for that. I've seen what he gets up to and start, but neither of us ever took a second husband. With the way the world is moving, I guess it was inevitably someone in this family would remarry. I just wish it wasn't my son. Oh yeah, here's Clark though. Clark's apparent disrespect for marriage is due to the lack of a real father. I did what I could, and Lord knows Eli C. stepped up and helped more than I can say for Clancy or Edward. Clancy and Edward. Oh, so we have Edward. Eli C. practically raised Clark and Jim as brothers whenever he could. Oh, so we know that Eli C. is James. Edward. Sorry, we know that Elias goes there, and this one's Edward. There we go. Eli's marriage seemed fine, and Jim's marriage seemed solid as a rock, pun intended. So who knows what caused these things? I suspect that he's marrying Jane to keep her from running out on the band. Let's see. Yeah, we had that covered. Okay. Without her, he'd be the third wheel, and I imagine they wouldn't last long as a trio, but still, I don't think a marriage or such a shaky foundation like that. Dude, this trumpet's going insane. But I don't think a marriage on such a shaky foundation like that can last, and Lord knows I was right last time. This is names. The biggest complaint I got after publishing my diary was how many similar names there are, and I get it, there are 4 Eliases for Pete's sake, but that's how it is. Someone would say, I saw Eli in town, and I wouldn't know which one they meant. My brother, my uncle, my cousin. That's why, they became Uncle Junior, or Miracles Eli, or Eli C. Their family's names were always unusual. I like this. I'm pretty sure I already have all of them, but family's names were always unusual. Grandpa Elias was a believer in using the names of each generation to honor those in the last. His father and Grandma Gwyneth's father were named Edward and Clancy. Yeah. Now you see where my pop's name came from. One thing that's always been consistent in our family, though, is that anytime someone's a junior, they're always the firstborn son. That's what goes for, or that goes for Miracle, Eli, or even Clancy. Miracle, Eli, or even. Yeah, that checks out. I don't know where we got Bonnie over here from, but neither are you juniors. All right. Anyway, with the woman, however, it all goes out the window. I think Gwendolyn got her name from some combination of Gwyneth and Carolyn. Who's Gwendolyn? Gwyneth. The hell's Gwendolyn? Who was Elias's mother? Women's names tend to get all mixed up in the generation as the generations went on. I guess there's no female equivalent of Junior. So if you're reading my diary and confused, you're not alone. Even the government had problems. I remember once receiving certified mail for an Edward Clancy Rootree. I had to break the news. They got my father's name backwards. Yeah. Yeah. Let me look at the 5 picture again. That was Miracle. I don't know who that is. 2, 3, 4, 5. He looks unrelated, so he's doing that. But he looks like he's older too. Weird. Oh wait, so we have. Why did we put her here? I guess if she is there, then the only other woman would be that one. I guess that makes sense, though. Because then that's where Zach would get his hair from. Is it Elias Jr. Rootree or is it Elias Rootree Jr.? Is listed alongside an old residence that has been preserved called Hutchtop House. Oh, okay, interesting. Trying to find out their jobs. It was just the. Yeah, he was just the lawyer. I remember that. I'm just gonna guess for her. I think she did something kind of cool. I don't want to put secretary because that seems sexist, but he seemed sexist, so Margaret Roottrees. Ugh, game's making me sleepy. Alright, I think this wins. No, it would have to be. Alright, I think I'm gonna stop here for now. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next stream. Bye bye.